loser, bruh.
All right. We back. New episode of Just Landed. Got my people in the building with me. You know, special cast, special people I got, man. Let them know who y'all are.
Hi, I'm Americus.
What you do?
I'm a model and a nail tech.
Where you from?
I'm from Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh, okay. You a chief.
You said what?
A chief.
Yeah, the Chiefs. Go
Okay.
Chiefs.
Yeah. Okay. Y'all be barbecuing and shit out there, right? That's y'all thing,
Yeah,
right?
come check us out. I mean, I don't eat meat, but
You don't eat meat?
no.
You ain't got no man?
Huh? Oh my god. Yeah, I don't eat meat, but everybody says the barbecue is good, so I always recommend it. But
All right, who we got next?
I'm D Savage, local rapper, entrepreneur, singer, songwriter, producer.
Nigga, I don't know. I ain't know you sing.
Yeah, I do a little singing.
Yeah, all right. That's
I
what's
be
up.
having to sing my hooks because I can't find nobody to do a feature with me out here. You heard me, so I be having to sing my own hooks.
Man, I can link that up for you. I know a singer. I know a couple of singers.
I might
You
have
know,
to let
I
you
used to
set that
sing
up.
back in the day, but I ain't gonna get into all that.
What if I wanted to get a feature from you with you singing on my track?
I mean, shit, if the money right, we can make it happen. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'll show you love on the first one, you know what I'm saying. But you know, after that, you gotta pay for the
Man.
hits.
All right, we could set it up after this.
All right. Who we got next?
Hey y'all, my name is Dacey. I go by Sage on the internet, and I'm an astrologer and spiritualist.
All right. That's what's up. Hey, that was your mom on that last episode?
Yes, that's my mama, and I love her very much.
All right.
Shout out to Miles. What's up, y'all? I'm the homie Zach. Artist, entrepreneur, businessman. Yeah.
Man, tell where you from, man. Look your
that big West Coast, LA, all the way to Baton Rouge. We got both sides to it, so we Southwest, baby.
That's what's up. So look, first of all, y'all look kind of nervous up here. Some of y'all don't, man, y'all gotta loosen up, man. So look, I'm gonna ask y'all, I know we talked about it previously, but I gotta ask you, what y'all think about athlete basketball player Ja Morant? For the people that don't know, Ja Morant is recently signed a $200 million contract, and this is his second time now on the internet flashing guns, and he's been reprimanded for it.
Well, I'm gonna say first and foremost, he young. You know what I'm saying? He a young dude, and you gotta look back to where he from. We from Memphis. We from
He from South Carolina.
South Carolina. Where he from the Carolinas. Okay. Well, being young like that, you gotta look at his probably his upbringing too. He still got some little homeboys that street though. You know what I'm saying? Because he was in the car. It looked like he was in the car with his little partners before he even flashed the gun.
Yeah, but them niggas might not be stepping either, though. They might.
But I ain't saying he's stepping or he got to be in that lane. I'm just saying the mentality of when you listening to dudes like Young Boy, the influence of the music, and you listening to the culture of our culture as far as hip-hop culture, as far as what's popping. All you hearing in the music right now is guns. Everybody talking about killing something, murdering something.
Yeah.
He ain't the only one. So, of course, that's an influence that's going to have on the mental. You know, I don't care how much money he's still he's still a kid. He's still young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I blame his friends. That's just like I
blame his friends?
Yeah,
I do
for
too.
recording them, just straight up. I blame his friends.
You got to protect the money.
Yeah, I don't know much about him, but just off the information that you said, I'm going to say this. It might be controversial, but every young black man, get you a gun. They be trying to, like, tell people gun control laws and all this. I feel like it's very important for black men to protect themselves, and it's very important for black men to have guns. Of course, you know, you're dealing with a lethal weapon, so be responsible with it, but you are a sovereign citizen. If you are American, we have that right. Why not have the gun? You got to protect yourself. You got to protect your family. You got to protect your community. So it's important to be responsible with it. But if you have more money, you got more problems. So that's even all the more reason to have guns. So get it while you can.
So look, I hear you, and I'm not against that. But when you got that kind of money, you got enough money to have everybody in your crew be strapped where you don't have to be strapped.
Yeah.
That's true, but you always still got to be strapped. I'm not saying, okay, if you know you're a public figure and you're in a spotlight, you have to be responsible. Don't put a target on your back. So know what you're doing. But at the same time, you are responsible for yourself at all times. So protect yourself. Have your gun. I'm not saying that you got to go out in public with it, but, you know, have your house
About 3
secured.
years.
He's been leave about 3 years.
Yeah.
So he knew with money. He just starting to have real money. It ain't even about the money. You know what I'm saying? It's about a black mentality of a young black man that's listening to Young Boy and listening to all the influence in hip hop. So when you got that, you can detach because when he warming up in the locker room, what they on? They either on Young Boy, they on Lil Baby, somebody that's driving them going crazy. It's just like my little cousins. I just put up on in the hood in Easy Town yesterday. You know, they were like, put on that Young Boy. Ooh, you know how that little nigga was jumping up and down? Yeah. Out his mind.
It was all good when he was playing it while they was winning. But now, like, they got him on camera with the rods. You heard me now. It's a problem, like it's illegal or something. That's my thing.
I mean,
I feel like he learned his lesson. This is not the first time he's caught with his gun. He knows better. He's not too young. You in the league. You getting money. And you over here being silly.
Wow.
And it's not one time. It's not 2 times. It's like the 3rd time.
Yeah, it's just the responsibility of his actions as far as not being aware of the you know what I'm saying, the length that it'll go in the public eye as far as flashing a gun. Now it might be licensed to him. He might have it registered in his name, so it ain't like it's an illegal pistol where he just, you know, flashing around guns that's off the street. Everybody got, you know, as long as they go about the legal way to be able to carry a gun is the thing. You know what I mean?
I'll admit I may be ill-educated about this because I don't know too much about the scenario, but my question is, like, why is it a problem for a black man to have a gun and to show off his guns?
It's
I
just
feel like
the
that's
NBA frowns
necessary.
upon their
The
players.
NBA, you know, I mean, to the
having
public.
weapons.
Because he
But why
public.
though? I feel
No,
like
he's a
if you
role
could
model. He's
have
supposed to
all
be a
these
role
black
model.
men be
You know what I mean?
athletic
He's a
and
role
play for
model.
y'all and be in this industry, okay, let's be honest here. The public image is going to be threatened by a strong athletic black man who also says, yeah, I have my guns. I don't feel like that's a problem. You know, I feel like the problem is what that represents, strong black men having guns. I feel like if some redneck, chubby white man posts up with 5 AK-47s and 17 Glocks, nobody will have an issue with it. But why is it an issue if it's a black man? I feel like that's an image. You know, of course, long as he's responsible with it. I'm not saying that it's okay to be irresponsible with, like, you know, deadly weapons, but at the same time, why does the NBA have a problem with that? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I'll say this too. If I lay down some ground rules, and my ground rules is don't be flashing guns. You flashing guns, you crossing the line of what I put down.
He's supposed to be a role model, and you got the spotlight on you. So therefore,
not everyone sees
when they give you
guns as, like,
$200 million, you got a different level of responsibility.
He's a star athlete though. He ain't just one dude just warming the bench up. Dude really get active.
I would recommend him getting a personal bodyguard and maybe looking into changing his surroundings with the people he spends his time with.
I ain't gonna lie. If I got niggas around me I ain't gotta pull no gun out. They gonna step on everything that need to be
But
stepped
see,
on.
it's a difference when it ain't the friends. He's the problem. He likes to do this. He's the one that his mind
But look,
gone.
this the thing I'm saying,
So-
Zed. Like the homies need to be like, yo, man, chill out with that, bro. Why is you
Right.
keep flashing guns?
Yeah, but
Right,
a man
the
gonna be a
homies need to
man.
step in
You can
and-
tell a person 1,000 times not
Yeah,
to do
like-
something. They gonna make their own decisions. That's
making
just like,
it
Hey,
worse.
look,
You know
I
what
know
I
this
mean?
much too, though. Man, when John call me, don't nobody go live, bro. This nigga be tripping.
Well, that's just like, and he just, like you
Yeah,
said, it's
like
his
he
second
did it
one.
again,
They
son,
just
like-
warned him the first time, so that lets you know right there, a person gonna do what a person wants to do. They gonna be held accountable for their own actions in life. He did it once. When he did it twice, that means he knew what he was doing. So you can't, it ain't like, that's why I say, it's however he felt at the time, which is gonna be a learning experience for him in the future. Yeah, most definitely. But at the same time, you gotta let people be who they are, even though it was a bad look for the NBA, but he still was a youngster. People make mistakes, bro. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
maybe he'll learn from this mistake to see how detrimental it was to his career.
What is this third
And the whole
time going to
thing.
be different from the first and second one, though?
I'm not saying it should be a third time. I'm just saying.
No, this is the third time, though.
Oh,
This is the
well,
third time
I-
with
so-
his
so
gun.
look.
So after 3 times, like, it's 3 strikes you out. Like,
So
how many
look,
times he going to get caught with this gun?
he had another
And it's just gonna be like,
situation,
oh,
too.
it's fine.
Right.
I feel like at this point he just needs to go get all of his license and paperwork.
Right.
if
So
he gonna
look,
talk
what
that
y'all
correct.
think about this though? The first situation was his mama went to like Foot Locker or something, got into it with dude that work at Foot Locker. She called Ja up, and Ja and the goons came and pulled up on dude at Foot Locker and read about the store.
Okay.
Do you think Ja should have even did that or been around it?
I'm saying this, man. You gotta understand. That's why I go back to the upbringing of we don't know who Ja is, on where he come from, how he was raised, or whatever.
Yeah.
What his influence was, what his uncles, his cousins, or whatever. He black, and we grew up in the trenches and the ghettos like us. He wasn't always an NBA player. Let's get that straight.
So-
You know what I'm saying? Before he got to the NBA, he had to go to high school, and he had to go to junior high, and he had to have these surroundings in these ghettos. So whatever input.
I saw something on Twitter where he's actually suburban. He's not
Yeah,
even from the
yeah.
ghetto.
I don't know much
matter
about
if you
him, so-
rich, poor,
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
hood,
but
suburban. If you a black man
if he
in
got
America,
that surrounding
get you a
him-
gun. Get you several.
I'm saying
I
if he
feel like
got-
if he
if you
gonna be
are
doing
in
that,
the
he need
public
to know
eye
what he
and you
doing
know
with it.
exactly,
You never
if you
know.
are
What
gonna
I
have
looked
a
at
gun,
on the
you
video,
do
I only
have to
seen
be
it one time because I
responsible
really
and know
don't
what
go
you're
surfing
doing.
it.
Yeah.
But when I seen it on that dude was turned up like a young boy or somebody, and he was in the car with them little niggas like they was going crazy in there. So
That young boy do it to you though.
I mean, I told you, you got
How many
little
other
kids. It's
basketball
doing it to
players
the
listen
little
to him,
kids.
though?
My little cousins, them dudes only like 4 and 5 and 6 years old. But when they hear young boy, nigga, you would think they little grown men out there talking about da-da-da. So it's an influence as far as if you know the music and whatever was going on as far as him as being a young adult. But you know you got responsibilities when you're in a certain category as far as playing NBA, playing any type of sports, or even with music. We have a responsibility. But hey, we know what the music sound like.
The
love
stipulations
it.
should have been set on him the first time he got suspended, as far as like what the NBA wanted him to do and how they wanted him to act as far as weapons goes.
Yeah, I agree. Isn't if you know
So
that
what-
you
was
are
it-
tied
did he
to
have a
a
license
certain
for the
industry
gun?
or whatever, you do have to protect
I don't know if
your
that ever came out. I'm sorry. I don't know if that ever came out. If he had a license on the
Well,
gun.
yeah.
And I mean, I'm pretty sure if he didn't, they probably tried to hide that because they didn't want him to get in any more trouble than he already is.
Yeah, well.
I don't feel bad for him at all. Not even
mean-
a little bit. I feel like he needs
Yeah,
to.
this time, like, damn, son.
I don't even think he feel bad for
You gotta
himself.
learn
though.
it.
Like,
Like, you
yeah.
gotta learn. Like,
I
you
mean,
can't
fine.
make the
Everybody
same
like they
mistakes.
feel bad for him. He probably don't feel bad for himself. He said, "I did what I did. It is what it is."
But I think
Keep
it's
it
honestly
moving.
bigger than just the gun
You
issue.
know what
'Cause
I
like
mean?
you said, like he keeps getting called up to handle other situations. Like his mom shouldn't
so
be
look,
doing that. His
I think
sister
he
shouldn't be
basically
involving him
needs
in
some new
that.
friends too.
So look, this wasn't on my agenda to ask this question, but based on how the conversation went, how do y'all feel about taking y'all lick when y'all did something that y'all shouldn't have did? Because everybody don't like to take their lick. Do y'all believe in when something come to take
Yeah,
y'all
you
lick?
gotta-
Gotta
Me
take that shit.
personally,
You gotta, yeah, you gotta.
You know what you was doing. You
you
gotta
gotta-
take it.
That's
Take
the
it to the
first.
chin.
Look, the first
I
thing
done
is,
took
is accountability, man. Everybody got to take accountability for their actions. That just go without saying. You know what I'm saying? But like you say, a lot of people don't, and that's why we have so much going on. But at the same time, accountability is the first thing. Even with success, you got to take accountability for your actions, even to get to the next level. If you don't understand that, then you'll keep setting yourself backwards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, as far as gun control goes, you gotta know what you're doing. You gotta know the law, and you gotta know when and where you can't have it at.
All right. So look, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Would you help your daughter if y'all have a daughter, whether y'all do or hypothetically speaking? Would you help your daughter financially in the bind if her and a man live together?
Yeah,
No.
I will.
So
I
look,
would
let's go
help my
down the
daughter.
line.
Yes, I would help my daughter if she was, if I had a daughter and she had a man, but she was in a financial bind. It all depends on what the circumstances of the situation is as well. The reason I'm saying that is because in relationships, we know how relationships work. You got so many different scenarios of different relationships when it comes to finances, when it comes to love, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes can't get it right. Some women can't get it right. You dig what I'm saying? As far as the relationship part, as far as finances, when they learn how to operate as a team, because everybody don't got, you got old people that can't work as a team in a household to take care of whatever bills that come their way, whether it's raising children or handling the things. So I feel, of course, you got to be there to support your children, you know, and then give them the understanding of, you know, what it's going to take to not for this situation to happen again. That's my take on it. But you never leave them out to dry, because some people can't deal with depression. Some people can't deal with anxiety and the stress that certain things cause. It's just real talk.
I say it depends on the situation. I'm big on family and legacy, so I'm definitely not just gonna leave my daughter assed out, but I'll definitely look at her man, because I feel like it's his responsibility to protect her, the household, and keep them straight. So I will definitely just have to look in the situation, see what's going on financially. Sometimes people just fall on hard circumstances, and I definitely understand. But, you know, if there's a learning experience, opportunity for growth, I definitely will take advantage of it so it doesn't happen again. And so it's not like just a regular thing.
When you say her man, like,
Are they
like
living
her
together?
husband, like her husband of 5 years or some shit like that.
Yeah, this nigga she laid up with.
Laid up with her like her husband name. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, shit, it's all the same, really. You know.
No,
Fuck
it's not.
If you look, if you got a nigga in your house, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If a
They
nigga
gotta be
resides
for a
where
minute,
you
they moved
stay,
in together, so they gotta be, unless. I feel,
But see, sometimes women have poor choice of men. That's my thing. That's why I said what I said.
At the end of the
And-
day,
and
though,
she-
it's
and
my
she
daughter.
need to learn
It's gonna
from
be my
that.
daughter.
She can learn from that.
She need to
Experience
learn
is the
from
best
that.
Daughter, it
teacher.
depends
Yeah.
on the
You know what I'm
scenario
saying?
for me.
you won't fuck some ain't shit niggas. This is what happens when you fuck ain't shit niggas.
You know, because, you know, but plenty of women have done it. You got numerous women that's single mothers. That's why we got so many single mothers out here. And they go to extra extent to have a baby by a nothing ass nigga. So therefore,
They don't got a lot of real niggas in the world.
that's the 2 and the 10. You know,
Hey.
some niggas is babysitters that sit at home, don't want to go get a job. They just sit home and watch kids while the woman go work. You feel me? We in a whole nother different ball game as far as where we at with the dating and the women. It's hard to date these days. It's hard to find a good person these days as far as dating and relationship wise. The youngsters, you know, like my situation. My girlfriend is my ex is 24. I'm 45, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn from that situation. You know what I'm saying? Well, she wasn't fully mature as far as some of her, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
The way she think. But at the same time, if she in a relationship and she got this immature dude, he might be abusive. The nigga might be on drugs. He might be on every drug in America. The nigga might just be a lazy nigga that just don't want to get up and go to work. The nigga might use her, just take her car and drive all over the city to go hang out with her homeboy.
So as the father, are you helping out or you letting her go through that?
That's what I'm saying. As far as the relationship thing, I'm gonna let her go through that. But as far as the helping her out, as far as you said financially, if she getting a bind, hell yeah, that's my daughter.
So how would you feel if she was taking the money and like getting that nigga car fixed or some shit?
Well, I mean, it's not gonna be a persistent thing where I just keep helping her out if she keep getting herself in these situations.
So let's say they only got one car, but the car in his name. You fixing the car?
No, I'm gonna buy my daughter her own car.
stupid.
The car in his
She gonna have
name. Why she gonna be driving a nigga car that's in his
Honestly,
name?
if it's my daughter,
You know
I'm
what
gonna
I
be
mean?
looking back at me and her father, because I'm like, why are you with this bum dude? Like, why are you trying to pay for stuff? Like, why is he not getting it, taken care of? I understand, the rough patches. Okay, that's cool. Every now and then. But if it's like a consistent thing, I'm not helping you. Leave that man.
Yeah, we
Leave that
can't do
man.
that.
Because he's supposed to be providing
do
for
that.
you. Like,
I would
if that's your
never.
daughter, you're going to make sure she's straight.
Right.
So you're going to make sure she find a man to make sure she's straight. So you don't have to do stuff like that. So that's how I feel about it.
I feel like it depends on how they was raised.
Yeah. Well,
Some females kind of look for what they didn't have in relationships.
no, because you had some that had good families, but then chose to go outside of that and do something totally opposite. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on, you never know where love gonna fall at in that relationship. Because you could tell her, don't mess with a bad guy. Don't mess with the dudes like I was, that hang out on the block and was getting into everything. Don't fuck with him, but they love me. You can't stay away from me. You know, you wanted to be with this square, the schoolboy, the one that go to school. Me, I'm ditching school, influencing my friends to leave school. And you don't want her with me, but just so happens she get entangled with me. You know what I'm
You
saying?
can't pick
So
for
yeah.
your children. I think everybody know that though.
I will hope that one day when I have kids that I'm like involved in
Right.
in that we have that relationship where they trust me, and I'm definitely involved in them like courting, choosing a partner,
Look,
choosing
let
a
me tell you
mate.
something.
Like I will hope that I am.
You could be in your child life as much as you want. You're
trying
not
to
in
say.
that child life 24 hours. When they go to
Right.
school and they
That's why
around
you
their
gotta raise 'em
friends,
right.
That's the thing
you
right
can
there.
raise them
That's why
right.
you
They
gotta
can
raise
still
'em
do their
That's the
thing
thing
now.
right there,
They
bro.
can still do their thing.
That's
but
the
you
number
know,
one
if
thing
you-
right
if
there
they
people
have
miss,
good,
bro.
if they have good principles,
Yeah.
they not go straight too far.
No, the
You
thing
can't beat principles into somebody.
No,
You can show them and explain to
boy,
them,
yeah.
but at the end of the day, it's for them to
See,
accept it.
that's what I was.
I think it's how good you install the ethics and morals in your house, and then
it's
that's more.
Man, they got
And
people
it
that
also
they
if
got
your child
sweet
respects
church
you or
ladies that
not,
raise
too.
killers.
Right. It's the influence
But
from their
does their
peers.
son respect them though?
But okay, so if you was my friend, okay, say I'm the bad kid. My household ain't ran like your household. No, you got a good. Your parents are strict. They be on it. You know what I'm saying? But me, my mama not on it like that. But you my best friend. You come pick me up. I influence you, and I tell you like, man, we finna go over here. We ain't going to school today. They got a party over here on the north. It's gonna be cracking. You be like, no, I got a class, this and this and that. I'm like, man, you gonna really now you love your friend. So you telling me not gonna come with me or go with me, or you haven't did that before.
Hell no, I
You
ain't
haven't
doing
made
that.
that
I
decision.
feel like
It's
if
a peer
I
pressure.
love
So
and I
look.
respect
It depends
my
on the
parents,
day.
and
Everybody
I feel like if
experiences
I'm
peer
under
pressure,
my
though, so, I
parents,
mean-
I agree. People experience peer pressure, but it's certain levels to the shit. I know if I'm a child, I'm under my parents' roof, and my parents could testify to this growing up, raising me. I ain't never did nothing crazy. If I'm a child, I'm under my parents' roof. I love and I respect my parents. Certain shit they tell me not to do, I'm not going to do it.
Simple.
Point blank, period. And it doesn't, peer pressure or not, I feel like
'Cause it's
peer
some- it's something in
pressure,
your
you
head.
have to be a certain level of weak-minded to succumb to peer pressure, and it just depends on the level. And my parents didn't raise no
Before you say
weak-minded
something,
person.
I gotta ask you something. Go ahead.
No, that I said what I had to say. I'm
All
not
right.
doing that.
So look, Zach, you're a real California Crip.
Right.
I know you've seen situations where guys was in the gang that came from good families.
Yeah, most
but
definitely.
they were some of the hardest niggas banging, right?
Yeah, most definitely. I done seen it all. That's why I can talk about it, and because I experienced it. I done experienced different personalities, different characteristics of different individuals. That's why I say we could tell somebody not to do something, but they gonna have their own mind at the end of the day. And if it's the influence is there, if it's just surrounding them, it ain't gotta be directly just like somebody just was trying to make them do something. If they're already influenced by a lifestyle that they gravitate to when they see it, look, like when you see the cars, you see the Benz, you think it's fun, you see the money. That's how all over America, as us young black men, and got swept up in the streets because we seen something that enticed us or made us want to go and get that and have that lifestyle or be that dude on the block right there. You know
I
what I'm saying?
agree. You are a product of your environment,
Most
but that's
definitely.
another thing that I'll say too. My parents, I was in a good environment.
Yeah,
Right.
it depends. Like that's
Yeah,
a
it
personal.
depends.
That's really personal. Like he asking
Yeah.
if we would help our
But
daughter.
nine
like
times
me
out of
personally,
10,
my daughter, I'm doing anything in the world for my daughter, no
Right.
matter what.
But
Like,
nine
even
times
if
out of
it-
10
even if
in
it's a
America
fucked up
today, we
situation,
talking about the ghettos of America
I'm still
today.
gonna
9
do for
times
my
out of
daughter,
10,
you heard me?
they don't have those type of home fronts, bro. And that's just being honest. Everybody don't have a family. My mama was on crack, dog. My daddy was way out here in Louisiana, though. I grew up in the streets. And I got plenty of homeboys that I can vouch that we all niggas slept in cars together and shared nigga at 12 and 13 years old. You dig what I'm saying? So I can identify with the ghettos of America. And it's the same thing that I was going through back then, it's the same thing that's happening today. You feel what I'm saying? All across the world. You know what I'm saying? Now it ain't got to the point where it ain't just on the young black man, it's on the young black women. They more ratcheter than the fucking niggas these days. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's real talk. You know, they carrying guns more than the niggas is carrying guns. A female tell you I'll shoot you quicker than one of these niggas will tell you they'll shoot you. And that's facts.
I'll shoot you.
I won't.
I'm gonna help my daughter.
I heard all your.
not.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
helping
just
my
saying
daughter.
the
out.
ratchet ones, not the good ones.
I can't.
I'm helping my daughter.
the
out.
good ones.
So look, I'm gonna move on to another question. I'm gonna let the ladies ask this, and then y'all fellas can rebuttal. What do women actually need men for?
Protection.
I was about to say that too.
Protection. Because really, I seen something like this before. Like, a woman does want that soft lifestyle, you know, they find a man to come swoop her up, have her be in her feminine energy. But really, there's nothing that a man can't do that a woman can't. You're just bigger and stronger. Like, mentally, it's about the same if you ask me. We mature faster than y'all. Like, we're smarter in my head. But, you know, there's different things. But I just feel like physically, y'all are stronger. If we want to be taken care of, that's when you have to be, you know, submissive and do all that other stuff. So that's my take on it.
I feel like men are wired to protect women that they care about for other men. I think like so I feel like if I'm going somewhere with a man that I know, and it doesn't even have to be in a relationship, you know, it could be like friendly, familiar, right? He's going to be looking at other men automatically as a threat if they are a threat to me or not. So I do feel like on a certain level, men are wired to protect women from other men because they know that women are defenseless against men. If a man really wants to do something to me at the end of the day, there really ain't nothing that I could do to stop him besides shoot him. So I do feel like on a level, like she said, what women do depend on men for is protection and security, stability. I feel like, you know,
because women
that's
only
why we
care
need
about
men.
like a man doesn't care if a woman makes money. Only a woman cares if a man makes money. So it's like if it's like which
You
lifestyle
think
she
that's
wants
the
to
case?
choose, huh? I think that is true. Men don't care if a girl has money.
No, we
Shit.
do. We
If
do
they
care
if
about
they
it.
depend on
on
the
some,
man.
what are
It
you
depend on
bringing
the
to the
man.
table
Hold on,
as
hold
a
on.
female?
So let's do this.
If a
Let's do
man's
this.
coming to you like, oh, what are you bringing
hold
to
on.
me as a table? That's feminine to
Now
me.
let's do this.
What are you talking
let's
about?
do this. Let's do this. We
I'm
got
not
two
finna
men on the
bring
panel. Let's ask.
Nah, I feel this way. I hate that women use money to represent for a man. Like, what do a man and money have to do with any situation when we got real life going on out here?
That's
how
my
society
whole
works. It's how
livelihood.
society
You know what I'm saying?
though.
Saying
I
money-
think men have
I
that's-
believe
that's
money
just
isn't
society.
everything. You heard me.
Money isn't everything, but here's
It's
what
nice
y'all
to
have to
though.
understand. Money isn't
It's like this.
everything,
Let me
It's
but
tell
nice
you
to
a story,
have
Joe.
money,
This is
and
what
it's
y'all
nice
understand.
Let me
when
tell
two
you-
people can form a union where they form their finances together and have more money together than they would like separately. I think that's
Yeah.
what the goal is.
Money
Like,
isn't everything, but men have to understand. Y'all have two lives and women have one. Y'all could be in y'all 50s and decide to start a whole new family, go outside and make money because y'all are men.
And you have the
we
woman to
don't.
fall back
All
on
we
to take care
have-
of kids.
Exactly. So if I am a woman and I decide to get with a man and it's like, okay, I'm gonna be with you, I'm gonna have your kids, I'm gonna take care of your home, I'm going to do all of this. If it's a situation where a man is always there's points and times where in a woman's life where she will be defenseless. So let's say I just had a baby or something and I can't work. I need to know that
Well, that go
you
without saying though.
have
That go without
take
saying
care
as
of me,
far as the
'cause that's like
structure of a
my whole
relationship, right?
livelihood.
If you ever been in a real relationship, then you know how a real relationship works. That's just a real man. Some of these dudes not real men. They
That's
little
true.
boys. So therefore, I think we getting it confused with a man and a boy. If you go have a baby by a boy, then you're gonna get treated like a boy because he don't even know how to be a man yet. Now, if you got a real man, then a man understands if I have a woman that I'm with, I got her pregnant, that's my child. Of course, I have to do what I have to do to be able to take care of my family, right? Because that becomes, it's not all about you as the woman anymore. It becomes a part of the child. It's about the child now. And I think women it's always when a woman get pregnant and have a baby, the relationship go left, right? I tend to feel that it sometimes goes left because of the respect that she starts doing it as far as, getting at the baby father or whatever if he's not doing something corrected, and all the antagonists and the talking to a man with less respect. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like, in order for, you know, and then the man have to have respect for himself as far as a man knowing that I have a child. And it goes back again to those whatever circumstances that this man is in at the time that that met him. Because, say, you got about 10 different forms of men out here that's doing different things, dog. You got the nigga that's working a job, a 9 to 5. You got the nigga that's slanging on the block every day, rolling around with pistols. You know what I'm saying? You got the man that's might be an entertainer that's trying to chase a dream. You got an athlete that's going to school running track, and he ain't making no money in college. He trying to go to college and get a degree. He trying to run track or to become like Jay Morant. You dig what I'm saying? It's no money there at that time. It's all about putting in that work. You gotta, you know.
I feel like most women, at the end of the day, they gonna be looking for a provider when they looking for a man.
That women always looking for a provider out the gate. I'm gonna tell you, when I first came home, Joe, let me tell you this story, bro. I'm walking through the mall, got a pass from the halfway house, swear to God. Went up in there, dog, seen a little chick. Now I just talked to her, right? I said, hey, you know what you doing? I'm looking for a shirt or something up in there. This girl don't know me from a can of paint, dog. She say, first thing she come at me with is, what, you gonna buy me something out of here too? And she the one behind the counter over here. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? It was totally disrespectful to me because of how women come at black men. Like I'm a fucking
She might have just been
ATM
flirting
machine.
with you though. Like that might be how she flirt.
No, I'm gonna tell you. Let me get further deep in the story. So I said, nah, I don't even want your number, baby. Just put your Facebook and your Insta, you know, on my page. Give me your Facebook. She gave me her Facebook page. I'm like, man, what's wrong with these women out here? She wasn't the first one that did that, right? So later on down the line, I'm going through my story on Facebook. You know, I just came home. I really don't know how to work these phones. I'm going through the thing. What you know about it? She like a duck in the front with like 9 different kids walking through the mall, dog. And they all walking behind her. And she was like, I said, now that's the reason why her ass asked me to buy her this, or I'm going to pay for something. Her mentality is focused on handout, but you don't want to spread your leg for, might be 9 different niggas other than, but you got 9 kids walking with you through this mall. So I go back and refer to the woman at the same time before they always try to attack the man, where you want us to, like me coming home to when I just came home and I got married to a ready-made family. This woman had 4 kids already, dog. They wasn't my children, and they wasn't no small kids. They was 12, 11, 13, shit like that. I stepped in, just come home from doing 13 years in the feds. I hadn't even seen my own sons yet. You dig what I'm saying? So this one, I mean, as a black man, what we be faced with.
Why are you with some bitches and you haven't seen your son yet?
Huh?
Yeah.
No, but my sons was in California and I was
okay,
here.
okay. We let it slide.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So
look,
here
hey,
it is.
hold on,
slide.
Zach. So Zach, that's what you were saying. That's your point. Respect.
Respect.
Listen to the story and then find out the details.
The story was
See,
adding up. It
women
wasn't
jump to
adding up. I had to
conclusions. They
make
like to jump to
sure.
conclusions first. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then they go up. They gotta learn how to control their emotions first and foremost. That's the thing. If we don't know how to control our emotions,
Men are emotional just in different ways.
Exactly.
Just because we're
Women-
crybaby
if
doesn't
women-
mean-
if we didn't
doesn't
know
mean
how to
you're not
control our
angry,
emotions,
okay?
Society
Just
would
because
be a
you
lot
be
worse
yelling.
than
What
what
was
it
the
is
This is not a
right
tit
now.
for tat
What was the
thing.
question?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We're
we're
not about to go
trying to
tit
get
for
some
tat.
understanding here.
It's
Understanding
What's
a
the
is-
question,
balance.
John?
It's not no
What you
tit for
were
tat.
saying.
It's a balance. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying, when you talk about men, when you talk about a black man, I'm a strong black man, really. So when you talk about black men, let me speak for my black men, my black brothers. Here it is. If you come into a relationship like that, that's already self-made, pre-made, and you doing everything that they own father, this nigga not dead and their daddy ain't in jail, dog. The nigga on the streets right here with you. But you come in and you step in like a father figure. You ain't know these kids from paint. They don't know you. They steady being disrespectful to you by violating your space when you dealing with all that. And dealing with the mama.
I feel like if you're gonna take,
That wasn't that. It was I
No,
was trying to
no,
make
but-
something work with her because I
no,
fucked
you
with
shouldn't
the
have
mama.
did that. And if you're
How
gonna
you
take
gonna say
on
what
that
I should've
responsibility,
did?
you can't have resentment for it.
It was
Exactly.
our house. So you're not understanding the whole. I'm not
Ours.
giving you the
It's
whole
not-
story.
it's not
I'm
hers,
not giving you the
it's
whole
ours.
story. This was our. It was our stuff. We went half on everything. I never came with this woman with a handout or with nothing, dog. I told her to move out of her house before I even move in there because I already know how women get in their feelings and get emotional and try to kick your ass out.
That's why you gotta get
You know
your
what
own
I'm
house.
saying?
And
But
if
you got
are
so
gonna
emotional,
put
you finna
yourself
kick her out.
So
in that
what I
situation,
told
You
her
just said you
is,
just
you
kicked
know
her
what?
out.
resentment.
You gonna move out of that place and we're gonna go have
'Cause you
on
were
a new
mad?
spot with my name on the lease too. You dig what I'm saying?
Now how
I
y'all
feel
love
like they
that?
go what I was saying.
How y'all love that?
They
Real
go what I was
talk.
saying.
I still don't like it. I still feel like y'all should have stayed in a separate house. She got 4 kids. You complain about the kids.
Well, I know. I'm just saying you don't know that until you actually get in a situation with her. You know what I'm saying? With whoever. You know what I'm saying?
Back to what you said at
So
the
what do you?
beginning.
Hold on.
I feel like
you never answered the
accountability is
question, though. I
important.
feel like we
Boy, you
kinda
done got
off
these
topic.
women
What
riled
do you-
up.
What do you need a woman for?
Off
Like,
topic.
do you think you don't need a woman? I still want to know the answer
I'm
to the
not.
question.
I mean,
Hold on. The
do I
question
feel
was,
that-
why do women need? What is? Why does? women
Why
need-
do we need men?
Yeah.
I said, what does he need a
we
woman
said-
for?
we
I want to
both
know.
of
I ain't
We
never
said
gave my
protection.
honestly, yeah, it ain't much that you need. I mean, of course, look, you need.
You know what?
I'm gonna tell you this. You need a real friend. I prefer a friend over a girlfriend. A woman that can connect with me outside of her own feelings and outside of thinking or just assuming something that I feel without even getting to know me personally because they're so selfish of what they want out for themselves.
Emotional support dog.
No, I'm saying this. I'm talking about get to know me as a person so you will know how
Okay,
I
so you want a
respond
woman
to
just
certain
to
situations.
Get to know you, tap into
Don't
that.
you want me to get to know you?
Yeah.
Okay, don't I supposed to learn everything about
Yes,
you?
100%.
So what makes you different from me?
What makes me different from you?
Yeah, what makes you- what
I'm a
make you-
girl.
huh?
I'm more emotional than you.
What the fuck does
So
that
I
mean?
can connect with you. I can
What
get
does
into
that
that
mean? We
emotional
both human
side.
beings, right? God made man and woman. He made you with the same type of feelings like me.
Not true.
Something. Hold on.
if
I'm
we
talking
got the
about.
same
I'm talking
feelings, how am
about
I
on
more
certain issues.
emotional
I'm
than
talking
you?
about certain
No,
issues.
no. If
No,
we was
no.
made with the same feelings, how am I more emotional than
Exactly.
I'm talking about on certain issues. If something rubs you the wrong way, you don't think that it'll rub me the wrong way if you come
The
back and
I
do
feel like
Psychology
that's
of men and
personality
women is
related.
completely
I
different.
feel like we getting like away from it.
I don't
It
know.
depends
Go ahead,
on
ask another
like your
question, Joe. Let me
personality.
get off of
When
that one.
emotions come
You know
into
what I mean?
play, it's like what kind of personality.
Everybody
you
have emotions, dog. I don't
Everybody
care if
but
you're
like-
man
has
or a woman.
emotions, but
How you
women
might
are
react
more
to some
prone
situation might be
think
different from how I
emotional.
might react, and we both
Exactly.
men at the end of the day.
Exactly.
So I
Men
think it's
are
more
wired to
personality
think more
based.
logical.
That's a fact. That's a fact. It's all about character. It's about your character, how you was raised and what characteristics that you have. I was locked up in federal prison with 1,300 black niggas. I done witnessed all kind of different characteristics of individuals, personalities, what we talking about.
That is true.
You
Each
dig what
person
I'm
is
saying?
going to have their own personal
That's
psychology,
just
but
life.
you have
That's
to
why- that's what it-
understand
that's what
that
it
as
is.
human beings,
Once you-
we have different hormones. We
Yeah,
are
I'm talking- I
genetically
understand
wired
that part.
different.
But I'm saying,
So it's not going to be the same.
I'm saying, so sometimes you have to keep your emotions under control because you're wired with all that.
Yeah.
Dig what I'm saying?
I agree with you.
Okay, so sometimes the woman had to hone her emotions before she just go off and just.
Can I ask y'all ladies something?
jump into it.
So when y'all looking for a man, y'all looking for a provider, like somebody who gonna take care of y'all.
That's all I've been hearing.
Like traditionally. Like
Yeah.
I don't think there's
I'll
nothing
be the
wrong
first
with
to
that.
admit I got me some daddy issues. So yes, I'm looking for someone
Yeah.
to protect, provide, and do all that. Yes,
Yeah,
100%.
I don't have daddy issues,
Because I feel
but
like
it's
if
just the
that
way I
man
was
really likes
raised.
you, he gonna want to make sure you're straight forever, and that's what I want. And that kind of people be with that like 50-50 thing.
Why you got daddy
I don't have no problem with that. Like the 50-50 thing or like 70-30. Because like personally, my mom and like my stepdad, they went like about 70-30. Like my dad or my stepdad paid
Okay, well,
rent.
let me
He
At
ask
the
did
end of the
the
day,
Let
is
me
what you
ask
can
you
do.
a question,
It's what you
Joe.
can do
It's
together.
like-
Hold on, let's
That's
zag
what counts.
land on this.
Let me ask you this question then. It's real talk. Okay, you say you feel like that where you would want your man to be more of a provider, you're 70-30, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, what if you had a man that was a convicted felon? We talking about black men in
He's out of there. He's gone.
I'm saying, we talking about black men in society today.
Not for me.
A convicted felon, hold on, but you got some women, we're not just speaking from being selfish. We're going to think about the whole world and every woman, every black woman that's dealing with a black man in our society, right? Because everybody's going through different things. Now, you might have this guy here that's never been in trouble before, but that means his life is way different from my life, and we're not on the same page. And we're not
A
on the same
relationship
level.
has to be equally yoked.
So when they talk
So
about
you
providing,
can't-
sometimes these guys can't provide, because first of all, he can't even get a
Then
job
it's
because he's a
not
convicted
equally
felon.
yoked.
So-
you have to get
so
with
then
someone
then
who
a
you
relationship's
know.
not
Everybody
for
don't
you.
got a plant over America. Louisiana one of the only spots they got a plant.
You didn't.
You shouldn't
I'm
be
not
worried
saying there's
about a
other
girl if
jobs
you don't
that
have a
got
job.
job
A
opportunity for them, but
relationship
you
has
got
to
If a nigga
be
stay in
equally
Nebraska,
yoked.
he can't go get a
if
pledge
you
job.
are
Trying to make a
trying to
point.
get with a woman that you know you can't afford, it's just best
Wow,
not to do
how do
it.
that
If
sound?
you can't
I don't want a
afford
woman I
her-
can't afford.
Exactly.
Why should I want?
So-
Because her mentality ain't even on my level. If a woman thinks
Equally
if a woman
yoked.
thinks that money moves everything in a relationship, I got plenty of money, but you think I'm gonna spend it on a woman that don't even appreciate it? A woman that respect money don't appreciate you as a man, dog. You know what I'm saying? Now, if she's saying do something for the family, as far as you can come together, get your knowledge together, we can come and we can build. If you ever come at me like that where we can build something, that's a whole totally different
I agree with
thing,
you,
baby.
but at the
having
end
your
of
hand
the
out, I don't
day-
respect that.
I
You might as
agree.
well be my hoe and go serve some pussy on the blade and come and bring the money for me then.
No, I have
If
to.
a nigga go, if you
Why
represent
do
it like that,
Do you, when you do things
real.
for these girls, like, do you actually like them?
I do stuff out of kindness of my heart.
But like, do you
Like-
like
You gotta-
them though?
you
Like,
can't
why are
do
you?
that.
Why, like, you know, you gotta know your worth. You know,
Exactly.
like,
You can't
why are
just go and give
why
out
are
the
you
kindness
dealing with
of your
bitches
heart.
that are
You
below
gotta
you?
evaluate
I'm not
the
saying I
situation and
deal
your
with any
worth.
female that will below me.
Otherwise,
It
I'm
sounded
just
like
saying-
you
taking
dealing with
advantage
females
of.
that ask for handouts, got 7+ kids.
I mean, what I witnessed here since I've been here in Baton
I mean,
Rouge,
look, you
it's
ain't
the
got all you
mentality
gotta do
of
is
the
go
women here.
outside and the female gonna ask you
Yeah.
for something.
Hell yeah,
You know
that's
what
the
I'm
mentality
saying?
of the women
You
here.
ain't gotta give
They
it to
always
them.
got
I feel
their
like
hand-
it's how you
got
carry
their hand
yourself
out.
when you getting approached. Like if a woman gonna approach you,
If you're a nigga that look like you got some
carry
money,
yourself.
somebody gonna ask for some
Man,
money.
that's the mentality in Baton Rouge, dog. It always have been since I've been coming down here, and that's just
I
facts.
done been to other states and shit too.
Shit,
It's
them, they
kind
got
of the
their-
same thing.
They got their hand out.
And then at
Well,
the
maybe
end of
the
the day,
South-
we
maybe
live
the
in a
South as a whole.
patriarchal society. If
Maybe the
y'all
South
have
as
an
a whole,
issue
but
with
that-
men,
it-
with
it-
women
it ain't
asking y'all
cracking
for
like that.
money, it's because y'all designed society to be this way. We live in a
It got
patriarchal society,
something,
so
though.
y'all can't. Men make more money than women. Period.
No,
Yeah.
that's not true. It's a lot of women make more money than men.
Yeah, but some men have the complex to where they feel like since they have money, they can have whatever they want.
We could
So
have
they
the
could-
same job and you could get
You know
paid
what I
more
mean?
than me
So,
just
like,
because you're a man.
Just because I got money, I can have you.
Exactly.
Right.
There's
You know what
certain
I'm
jobs
saying?
that men can
So
do
that's
that
why the
women
relationship
cannot
don't last,
do.
though.
Yeah,
That's
because
why
like
it don't never
it
last.
can be
Jobs.
predicated on the illusion of like since I got money, you gonna do whatever I say.
Right.
So look, I want to transition to another question. 'Cause I know we've been going hard on this.
I didn't even get the chance to answer.
I'm
Go
not
ahead,
saying
do
you
your
supposed
thing,
to
do your
spoil
thing,
the
go
woman
ahead.
with it, but I done been through too many hardships to even say that, dog. I done been through so much where, I mean, real life situations as far as grinding, trying to get money and do this. Now, if I had a whole lot of money, of course, if you want to be a trick, you just go, you want a pretty girl, just spend money on her. That ain't shit. But that ain't real love, and that ain't no real commitment as far as a real relationship.
I'm gonna have to
That's like you
disagree
buying
with
somebody
that
love.
because I know like what I envision my life and what I want out of life, and this also goes back to how I was raised. First of all, I'm marriage oriented, so I know that whenever I get married, I ain't paying for shit. That's point blank period, because I know what my role is to have kids, maintain a household, and to raise them. So I'm not saying that I won't make my own money or that I won't
You ain't
help
paying
out
for
the
shit.
household if push comes to shove or emergency happens. But my thing is, if I'm about to be raising these babies, I don't want the pressure and the expectation to financially
I
provide.
feel like that's valid to ask as a woman. Like back
And
in
I
the day,
agree.
all you could do was just be pretty, and that was enough to get you married.
Well,
Like,
that's what they
But
was
it's
fucking
even
up
not.
at.
It's
Going back
not even
to the
about
traditional
beauty, though.
ways
It's
of
about
women
your
staying home.
values. It's about your lifestyle.
If we
It's
go
about
back
you
to
wanna
how it was
raise
back in the
kids,
day,
what you
women
want to
couldn't even
instill
work.
in them.
So that
So
man
look.
has
This
to
ain't back in
provide.
the day.
Like women used to not be able to go to school or go to work. So it's like
This ain't back
now
in the
that
day.
we're able to go to school and
You
work,
heard TJ
I think
Thomas.
these
Around
men
here, we
are
don't
starting to
take
feel
care of hoes. The
feminine.
bitch gonna go to
Like
work with TJ.
you like,
what
oh,
to
you
do,
go work
just had on
then.
that-
You go
that
work.
song.
Like okay.
I'm out my noggin.
This is how I feel about the whole thing.
You gotta go. You gotta go to work.
You can't say y'all want equal rights and then don't want to do equal
I
stuff.
wasn't
want
there.
equal
I
rights.
wasn't there. I was not
What the
there.
fuck? Equal
If it was
rights?
up
So
to
you don't
me,
want
I
equal
would
rights.
have it go
It's
back.
Hell
double
no,
standard.
I don't want
I feel
equal
like it's
rights,
double standard.
'cause I'm not a man.
It's more
I was
masculine
not
women
there.
out here
It's
than
double
men these
standards,
days, bro.
definitely.
I was
It
not there to
definitely
vote,
is
or else I
double
would
standard.
vote
women,
against
the
it.
women
But
feel.
at the end of the day, it's a patriarchal society. A lot of the shit that men complain about, y'all have to look at yourselves because it's a patriarchal society. So, and I don't want equal rights. Hell no. A lot of the shit that men have to do,
I
don't
want shit
do
that makes
shit.
sense. I want stuff. I say make it make sense.
So look, I'm
saying
ready to
that
switch
right.
now. So let me ask y'all a question. What's worse? Is a woman cheating and giving head worse than a man cheating and receiving head?
Double standard.
Yeah, but I say it's gonna go to the double standard because I feel like what most people say is like the lock and the key. Like if a key can open up any lock, like it's not a good lock or something like that. It's some analogy, but it's like okay, if I'm over here sucking and fucking, I'm a hoe. He do it, he play it, but that's just the double standard. I really don't have nothing to
I ain't
argue
gonna
with
lie.
that.
I'm gonna tell you the truth.
I really
You can
can't
say it's a
even
double
argue with
standard.
that.
If you're getting down on your knees for another nigga, you're gone. It's over with. It's done.
It is a double
I heard it
standard.
hurts men worse when a woman cheats on them than when like a man were to cheat on a woman.
I feel like it hurts the same.
No, I feel like it's honestly, I do believe in my heart that a man can like fuck and not have no feelings. But it's just this is what's the problem that gets it with women. It's just like the simple fact that you just like, why would you do that? Why would you put that
When a woman
woman
get that pussy
in
up,
the
they like that
position
nigga.
that I'm in? Like that's special, like
Well,
I like being up
Exactly.
under you. Why do you have somebody else up under you? You
That's
know
what
I'm saying?
women care about.
So
it's
it's like,
the other woman getting treated the way I'm getting treated.
yeah, it's like you might be thinking with your dick, but it's like
Don't treat that hoe.
and then come and try and
treat
come
that
back
hoe
home
like
to
me.
me. Then you gonna try and come back like, oh, but I still my heart's here with you, but your dick's down the street, fucking who knows what. Like I'm like I'm not doing that. Like if a woman starts cheating, she really don't fuck with you, cause
Yeah,
if
it's
she
over
in love,
with.
she
It's
not thinking
over
about
with.
no
I would
other
agree with that.
dudes.
If a woman start cheating on you, it's
Yeah,
pretty much over
because
with.
a woman's
It's over with.
loyalty
Yeah.
is
Hey, and then on
amazing.
top of that,
If a
and on
nigga,
top of
if a
that,
nigga cheating, then
pussy belong to the game
might
now.
have a chance.
Yeah, if a nigga cheats, I
Pussy
still
for
think he
everybody.
might actually like you a little bit,
Man,
but
fuck it.
Yeah, once you start fucking other niggas, your pussy belong to
she
the
for
game.
everybody.
Sorry, I
don't
know it's a
know.
double standard, but it is what it is.
So exactly.
I feel like
we,
that's fucked up
I'm
though.
gonna just be honest.
we respect
life
the double
fucked up.
standards. Y'all gotta respect the double standards too.
I ain't never argued with the double
I
standard.
feel you. I feel you.
that's the one. That's the one.
I feel you.
If I
just
can't be
think
a
men
hoe,
just
you
have
can't
a
be
problem
broke.
with. I don't know. I know. I
Hey,
always
look.
have.
So look, it's a science to this. I'm gonna break it down. When you see other species and other animals,
We humans.
dogs go fuck everything. They go fuck all the female dogs.
Hey, well,
You gonna
let me
see
say
that you
this.
ain't
You know,
never seen
let me
cats?
tell you. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you.
Slippery
You know when the most. You know when I think that men first heartbreak start from. Because I'm gonna tell you what made me just start saying fuck these hoes. I was cheating on all my girlfriends whenever, right? When I was younger, when I was like 11 years old, I was totally in love with this girl. I used to buy her everything, shoes, candy, dog. I was giving her everything. This bitch was just using me for my money, excuse my French, using me for my little money. Didn't have
just
a lot of
landed,
money.
man. Call it what it is.
Yeah, she, used me and used me and used me. And then when I found out about it, it broke a nigga heart. So when as a young, I'm talking about a kid like 9 years old though, when you really, when you're dealing with her. And she could see this today and say, yeah, I was that girl. But it was a reaction for a reaction. So now it's like, oh, these hoes ain't loyal. Now, as you grow into a man and I started fucking off with them, it was easy to have a wondering eye like, ooh, she better than my bitch. Let me go talk to her. Let me see what's
So
up.
you
Nah,
think
I
you
disagree.
traumatized from what happened to you when you were 9?
but I'm just
Like
saying-
what? You
I'm
can't
saying-
grow up from that?
I'm saying, some people
she
don't
was
know
9
how to
too.
look. Some people never learn how to love, bro. That's what you got to understand.
You don't know what love
It's not a
is at
handbook
9.
to tell you how to love or treat somebody in a relationship, especially when if your mother didn't love on you hard.
Exactly. That's where it starts.
You dig what I'm
Starts in
saying? My mother
childhood.
was on crack, dog. I
does-
told you I was in the street.
And
That's
also
where it
starts
comes
with you,
from.
though.
That's
Therefore,
where it comes
I'm gonna
from,
keep it
not the
100. All I know how to do
nine-year-old
is keep it
relationship.
100 and keep it real. So some people don't know how to give love. Like,
There you go.
we don't know how to love on a woman. So a woman have to bring that out of her man, and the only thing you gonna have to do that if you be patient with them and learn 'em.
Let me
Learn
tell
what
you
they've
though,
been
that's
through.
not the woman's responsibility. That's
I'm
your
saying
responsibility.
if you
have to
down
take
for
a-
your
Yeah.
king,
When
if you're
did
down
it
for your
become
king,
responsibility?
you're gonna try to get to know your king. If you fuck with this man, that's what I'm
No.
saying. Women are so
and I
selfish.
get to know you and I realize you got some mommy
No.
issues and you're not gonna be
Women
able
are
to
so
treat me
selfish.
good, then I'm out. Like,
Therapy.
no. I'm not
No,
your
I'm just saying.
therapist
I'm just
right
saying.
now.
I'm saying
You're not
that's what
married.
started me on to doing the same thing she did to me to y'all. So it started from a woman.
I disagree.
The disrespect started from the woman. So but it
Just
wasn't
like
just that
mama.
situation. It was other situations. She wasn't the only girl that did that. I'm just using her as an example when I was 9.
Some people
But
don't get
another
that
one-
fairy tale happily ever after ending, like get to marry that high school sweetheart. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Shit, sometimes, man, niggas just gotta be fucking these hoes.
Right. Everybody don't get that.
Yeah, sometimes you get caught up.
No, I'm just saying, as far as, like she was just saying, oh, I did this. Women been fucking over niggas. The same way we saying that they come with their hand out. Like you used this man when you knew, oh, the girl said I was going to school where he was a truck driver, he pulled up. But what about that dude? When he off showing you rings because the nigga wanted to marry you. He was really feeling you. But you had no intentions on fucking with this
bored.
man. Hold on. She had, how you really knew if the man was showing her rings? Come on, let's get real. If a nigga showing you a woman ring, she was already a pretty, you could see in her stature she was kind of cute. So some niggas would go the distance as far as like, well, I really like her. I really want to fuck with her. He told her he want to move around to a place, but do you think she cared? Hell no. All she was worried about selfish, her birthday. So she led a nigga on. So I'm saying it's a don't devil's advocate. Let's play devil's advocate here because the women can do it, but when the men do it,
it is double standards. What the hell?
What happens like women that buy? What happened to women?
A grown ass man
Women
can do
that
whatever
buy
the fuck
men
he
gifts
want to
and
do
shit.
with
Like
his
I like
life.
women. I
And
like
men
women
like
respect
spending
between
money
both.
on
That's
pretty
something to
women.
Hold on, y'all.
You
We
heard
can't
me?
talk over each other.
Yeah, like women. What happened to women buying us gifts and shit? We like
If a
that.
woman really fuck with you, she'll buy you gifts.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but
It's
say if
supposed
you
to-
ain't never
gonna have to
got
be
a
a
gift,
tit
she
for
don't
tat.
fuck with
Or
you.
you gotta-
I'm used to having women buy me shit too.
If a woman really fuck with you, they go buy you gifts. If a woman
Yeah.
really fuck with you, she gonna make sure you straight.
man, the first time I
Depend
get on, I
on
can have a
being
conversation with a
evenly
female I
yoked.
just met right now, and I tell her, look, when we're gonna you gonna give me something to eat? When you gonna take me out to eat? It's always a question after a question. A woman don't never know how to just do something for a
Because
dude.
that's
Listen,
so
Just
if
like-
that's
that's
the
so
only
sassy
woman
of
you
you
are
to ask me.
attracting, if that's the only woman you are attracting, you have to look at you.
No,
You
that's
have to
not
look
true.
at
That's
you.
not true. That's not true.
That is
Hey, hold on, hold on, hold on.
true.
We not about to play
You get
zigzag
what you put
therapist
out.
today. We ain't
You
about
get
to.
what you put out.
We ain't about to
I'm
do all
offering
that.
you
What
real
was the
life
question?
solutions.
I'm going off what the women has been showing me. Well, y'all projecting that energy.
If
you
you
showing me
never,
this.
every woman is not like that. If that's the only woman that you ever
I ain't
encounter,
say
you
that.
I
You
love
have
women.
to-
I
you
can
have
never
to
downplay
look.
women. I love
It's like
have to
today.
look
Let me say something else, Joe.
I got so many
These
women in
women.
my
Let me
life
tell you
that
about the
heard
women
me.
today, dog. And it's been just when I've been coming, I've been witnessing. The women are so majority. I ain't gonna say all, but majority of them are so interested in their bodies or how they look. Not for the men these days. They don't get dressed for us. They get dressed for the next bitch to be like, oh, do I look good? Getting their bodies done, getting these fake asses, fake titties, putting up all this makeup, these fucking lashes and shit. Soon as the nigga try to come out and holler at him, you know what a nigga? I done had a female tell me, oh, I'm married. Another girl walk out her friend. Oh, she ain't married. That's my friend. But she was down to earth and hold a real conversation with me and got to know me on a real level. And she can vouch while her friend was acting all snobby and stuck up because she had
So
her
she
fucking
didn't
body
fuck
done.
with you. You wasn't her vibe.
Hold
so
on,
she had a
it wasn't
vibe.
no vibe because her mind is in the place where a nigga gotta pay for me because she got her fucking body done.
Did
Some
she ask
immature,
you for
stupid
money?
No,
ass.
you ain't
Are
got
you
to
a
fuck
super
with
But
women
we talking
like
about the
that.
mentality of our black women. So how could you ever get on the
Did
ground
she say
level
I'm
with
not
that?
gonna
Every
fuck
black
with you
woman is
because
not
I got a
like
BBL
that.
and I
Where
need
you
money?
going to find a woman? Have you ever went to a church?
We not even.
and checked
I didn't
out
even
the
want her.
females
I'm
in
just
the
talking about a
church?
conversation. We talking about a conversation. Just somebody meeting you. So what you don't get out of that?
10 different types of men.
Because you pressed that she
Exactly.
said she
Majority
was
y'all
married
doing
and
the
she
same
wasn't.
shit,
Why are
dog.
you
All y'all
pressed
doing
that
the
she
same
said
shit.
that she lied to you?
Who's pressed?
Because you was
pressed?
you was yelling. You was getting
I said
animated.
because it made her look stupid as fuck. What would you lie to me for and tell me you got a husband for when you know you're not really married?
Because she
Maybe
didn't
Hold on,
follow
is that
what
a-
you
is that-
about.
bother me.
Is
Hey,
that, is
but
that,
as an
that-
adult,
that-
can't you just say
that's-
I'm not
that's
interested
what they
in you?
do.
that's
Move
what I'm
on.
saying. As an adult.
Y'all have to listen.
That would be
this
the
is
more
what y'all
respectful
gotta
thing to
understand.
do in a
That's what I'm
situation.
saying.
Y'all have to.
But sometimes
okay.
niggas don't know when to stop.
But no. As a woman, you have to see.
Exactly.
Some
guess
women
that was
get
the
beat
thing,
up
the
for
age
saying
difference,
no.
Women
dog.
get beat
No,
I was
up.
older,
you will
she
get
was
pistol
younger,
whips.
and
You
it was
get
just that.
scarred.
Pistol whip.
You will
Some
get.
niggas is creepy.
So let me ask you this: like, what if she told you she was married and you really wanted to fuck with her? You could have
Nah,
been
it
like,
wasn't even that. It
you
wasn't even
happily
that.
married?
We was having a conversation. Look, she was walking out with her friend. They was walking out with the friend. Me and my boy was standing on the wall. I'm like, hey, how you doing? She's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm married. I'm like, all right, cool. So when her friend came out, my dude knew her friend already, so we went to start having conversations with the friend. What was down to earth, she wasn't on no bougie
So
shit.
she was just acting bad.
The girl, I'm talking about her. We totally ignored her after she said she was
Right,
married.
she was out the
But
picture.
she was riding with the friend. So
Right.
when we jump in the car with the friend, we sitting here running it and shit.
Yeah.
It comes out that she ain't married through the friend from our conversation because we having a positive conversation and the vibe is going strong now.
Yeah.
Now she want to cut into the vibe after
she said she was married already.
she done said she was married already. You feel what
You
I'm saying?
asked her why she lied about it?
Yeah, we like, damn. I'm like, damn, it fucked me up 'cause when me and a friend, we talking, me, dude in the back. That's the dude I told you was working over at the strip club, and it was, you know, The girl I'm talking about, she a bartender. She see this, she gonna know who I'm talking about. But she gonna know our vibe. She gonna
Sometimes
be like, yeah.
women just be lying. They just lie.
She just no, she just
that
lied. She just
interacting
lied
with a
just off
stranger
the-
shouldn't
I'm
fuck
just
you
saying
up.
her
It's like a
mind
defense
frame-
mechanism or
her
something.
Well, she
mind
probably
frame
gets
was-
catcalled a lot. Like if
Exactly.
you say
Man,
Because
be
we
an adult. All you had to
probably-
do is say, look, baby,
adult.
you
You
cool,
don't
but
but you're not
understand.
understanding.
Hold on,
You that- you
hold
can't
on,
do
y'all.
that.
Hold on,
You're
y'all.
not
Hold
a
on,
I
woman.
didn't lie and told a bitch
Hold on.
I was married
Can
before.
we-
too.
You're
can
not
we
gonna
just
get-
be-
Hurt her feelings.
But
Can
you're
we
not
just
gonna
be
get
honest
punched in the
about
face for
situations?
saying
dealing with
no.
immature
like,
women, you never win, dog. If you can't think like an adult and act like an adult, then you're not an adult.
Okay, but I
You're a
really
child.
want you to listen to me. Exactly.
Women-
I
a
really
woman,
want you to
what
listen
what
to
was
me
that
and
thing about woman? So
understand.
somebody asking your name and then you being bougie and shit?
Listen.
Men are violent and they are dangerous.
Yes, it's
Not
multiple.
all
It has
men.
happened.
So y'all scared of y'all black men now? That's what you telling me?
Yes.
Duh.
Okay, so you very
Duh, that's
intimidated
why they
of
don't
your
want
black,
John
of your
Morant with the
black-
gun, because they scared. Like, duh, we don't want to see
Let's see what
that.
this shit then
No.
turn. Now everything we just
True
talked
hurt.
about is for the, but you ain't scared to ask us for no money though. They scared of they black men, but they got their hand out.
I'm
Listen.
Y'all
not.
got me fucked up.
Listen, you gotta listen. You have to listen,
I don't want to listen to
understand.
that type of shit. How
It's-
you gonna tell me you scared of your black man, but you ain't scared to ask this nigga for no money?
You never gonna understand if you
The
want
vibe.
knowledge.
You don't
have
understand
to
the vibe,
listen.
like,
you have to listen.
If you walking down the
genuinely
street,
wanna
a dude
understand.
holler at you, you say no, he could be like, bitch, boom, give me your number. That has happened
And
to
that ain't
multiple
nothing you can
women.
do without
That's
it.
not something I made up. That you can look that
That
shit up in
literally
the
has
news.
happened.
Like that has
Yes,
happened.
several
So you got to
times.
be careful how you
Okay,
move
so
as a
y'all
woman.
walking around the
Hence
street
why
with
we
fear of
say,
your black man.
hence why we say we want a man for protection.
Fine with
Because
me.
if she had a man to the side of
Man,
her,
look, baby,
he not gonna
I'ma
be
say
saying
something.
Because a
nothing.
man-
Y'all got it to
the
the
only
point where
thing
y'all
that can
head so
protect you from
blown.
another
Y'all
man
not
is
all
a
that
man.
fucking important, dog. Real fucking talk.
Who gonna birth
All the
your
women,
baby?
They think y'all think, but I'm saying y'all just putting yourself on this high ass horse when you got real men out here too. Every man ain't like that. Every
No,
man
it's
ain't no
not
fucking
important.
woman
Who go
beater.
birth
Ain't no
the
fucking
baby?
abuser. Do you think do I look like an ugly nigga?
Your
I got
standards
women
are
hit on me
lower
all
than
day, every
women.
day.
Like,
I don't feel threatened by you. I just say
I'm just saying, but do I look like a nigga that I need a woman, that I just be stressed out over a fucking
they
female?
don't know
Hell
you,
no.
so
You
they're
don't
gonna
need
be
a
scared
woman.
of
You
you.
have to
I'm just saying
understand.
the level where you putting yourself on, what type of pedestal you putting yourself on. Like
You-
every
but
nigga
you
every
have
nigga that
to-
come at you, oh, a nigga gonna pay. You just told me a nigga gonna have to pay your bills. Nigga gonna have to take care of you. Then you tell me you fear your black man because we gonna abuse you.
Okay, no,
Damn,
that's not
dog.
what you're saying.
How can we win as a black man? In this society, what these young generation of women has just told me
The
about their
pedestal
black
that you're
men,
talking about
about
is
their
a
black brother. So you
projection.
ain't hear shit Tupac said when he said, "Keep your head up." And when he was giving you all this love, I guess they stripped all that away in today's society. Well, I done came back out here too.
Therapy.
I feel like
just
society
saying.
is a little
I'm just
broken.
saying.
It's a little broken up right
doesn't
now,
matter
but
where
I
you at.
mean,
That's a different-
at the end of the day, when you find your person, it's about the
I'm just saying.
energy matching with your person.
Exactly.
Yes,
Your energy.
it is.
Your energy
You have
is
to
that.
match your
look.
person's
But if
energy.
you
So look,
think like that, you
look.
ain't gonna never
Made
find
no
them.
sense.
So look,
He's gonna
I'm gonna
hold
move
that
on.
makes
I'm gonna
no
move on
sense.
from this topic because we turned up now. So look,
I'm
I'ma go ahead.
Ain't no we turned up.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Ain't no we turned
I
up.
don't need J Love for real. Because if it's like that, dog, you know, God will put somebody in your life that.
Yeah,
serve
that's
a
another
purpose.
thing
If
too.
you
I feel like
deserve them.
everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
So you gonna get
So
get
look.
what you're supposed to get, whether you like it or not.
So look, let me ask y'all a question.
If you
Let me ask y'all a
deserve them, God
question.
ain't
Nah,
gonna
we
give
ain't-
you what you don't deserve. Point blank. Period.
Check this
God ain't
out,
gonna
check
give
this
you what
out.
you ain't worked for.
What's the craziest thing y'all did for some money? Yeah,
For some money,
yeah.
I robbed
I don't
a bank.
think I
I
can
went and
talk-
robbed
we
banks
can
for
talk
money.
about that
Crazy
on
shit
here.
I done done for some money. Hell yeah, when I got it.
I do nails, so I did some old ladies' feet, and that was pretty gross for some money. That was the worst thing I probably ever did because I want to throw up. That's all I got. I don't do nothing too crazy. I don't do nothing strange for a piece of change. So,
I feel like for me, money ain't everything in my life, so I've never like put myself in a situation where I done did something
See when
out of pocket.
when I say that, man, I mean whatever. I mean the craziest thing might be shit. You went and got a job at Burger King to get straight or whatever. Like everybody.
That's crazy though. I mean, I worked at McDonald's and Bob's Bakery when I first came home. Why? Because I felt as somebody that's trying to get on his feet, you shouldn't have no standards.
Yeah.
You got to go get the bag.
Well, let me rephrase that
Not
question.
saying you're going to stay there. You just got to start somewhere. And I think a lot of people had that misconception where they got to pick and choose of what they want to do when they don't got no fucking money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna choose what job you have, but for right now, you don't got no job. You don't got nothing. You don't got no income coming in. So you say, I'm not gonna work there. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that. But you ain't got not.
What's
you know
the
what I'm
thing you
saying?
was most reluctant that you didn't want to do for money?
I just want to say that I'm very blessed and I'm very grateful to have a good support system. So I ain't never really had to do nothing crazy for money.
I agree.
Very blessed.
Also, I would say that I might have did something stupid, but I wouldn't say that there's nothing that I.
You can't ask me that question, Joe. I done did all kinds of shit for money, bro.
Nigga, I know you niggas.
All my needs
You know
are
what I
taken
mean?
care of. Praise God.
Shit, I've been a thug out here for real.
I feel like at some point in time, a whole lot of young black men have the decision to make if they gonna live their life like that, though. They gotta sit down with themselves and say, am I really gonna do this?
Man, D, you ain't never fucked no old woman for some money or some shit like that, bro?
Nah, bro.
Why you say it like that? Why you laugh? Why you smile
Man, I
and
was
say,
raised
nah?
on
Cause
fucking
man,
older
you get put in the corner sometimes, and you could think about it, but
I knock an old bitch ass off for some money. Shit.
how much?
Shit, depending on what she look like. They ain't hurting like that now. Nah, not no 40.
Are we gonna look?
Shit.
Are we gonna be
Man,
looked
look,
at
we
the
at
same,
Capitol
though?
Park right now. That's
Are we
like
gonna
two.
be looked
That's
at
like
the
two
same?
egg rolls, man.
You gonna put on your OnlyFans, the old lady?
Huh?
You gonna put her on the OnlyFans?
Shit, if y'all go watch it, we'll do it. Shit, let's get this money.
How you feel about OnlyFans?
Nigga,
Well, how y'all feel about
I got
OnlyFans?
one. I got one. I ain't mad at it. Shit. Hey. Yeah.
How you feel about OnlyFans?
I had an OnlyFans at one point in time, but it was horoscopes, so no freak shit.
It was horoscopes.
Is the OnlyFans
Now, hold on,
like?
hold on,
It's
hold
like
on.
a subscription
Hold on, hold
for
on.
like.
Now,
I
see,
would
you
write
gotta be
horoscopes
careful with your
every
word
month.
and how you say it, cause what's the root word of the name? So you gotta be careful what you say. That sounds like a gimmick.
No, it was like I would write horoscopes every month for the zodiac signs, and people would
pay for
subscribe
it.
to OnlyFans. Yeah.
So does OnlyFans have like a stigma around like sex?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's
'cause
just-
a
I
sexual
thought
platform.
they was banning that though. I thought they was like no more nasty stuff
I
on
don't,
OnlyFans.
I don't think
No.
they banned it.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Shit.
They
No.
probably,
I mean, if
I've
it's making
never
them
had
some increments,
OnlyFans. I've
I
never
guess
done
it is
it.
what it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
I ain't
can't
don't knock it till you
shit,
try it
it
now.
is what it is.
I don't think I'm okay.
all that shit
I
need to
believe
be-
in the digital footprint, so it's like
Yeah.
me personally just putting my body out there like that. I'm
No.
not gonna do it. But you know,
There's several
everybody
women
else
that
that
do.
is, they're getting paid. So
I mean,
you know,
shit, that's all we
that's
see on
cool. You're
Instagram,
getting
is
money.
fucking bitches shaking
but
their ass all day.
For
I
free.
just,
Why your timeline look
Yeah,
like
like,
that? 'Cause
I'm
mine
not-
don't.
I'm just
I think
saying,
there's more money doing something where I
It's
don't
on
have to
there.
be half
That's all you
naked
see on
and
TikTok,
it's just-
that's all they do all day.
Your algorithm know what you're looking for.
I mean, no, I'm just
Ain't
saying.
got no bitches shaking ass
everybody's
on my
watching it. You
timeline.
try to antagonize me like I'm the only black man in America watching ass on
No, I'm
fucking
just
Instagram.
saying. If you ain't want to see no bitches shaking booty on your timeline, block it.
Every man watching ass on Instagram. What the
That's
fuck?
what
I
Instagram
think that
for.
shit. I think that shit has a.
That's what
has
Instagram's
made a
for.
big impact on today's society. though.
Yeah. It's the women.
OnlyFans
Y'all
and
the ones doing
shit
it.
like
Y'all
that.
the ones
I
out here in
agree.
this little ass shit like a nigga ain't supposed to look. That's what be fucking me up. You come out this motherfucker, spend all that time in the mirror to walk your ass outside. Then when you walk around a real nigga be looking at you. You act like a nigga supposed to don't be looking at you. Nigga supposed to cover his eyes like this and let you pass by. Get the fuck out of here, man. Take your ass back in the house with that shit then. You don't want a nigga to say something to you. You don't want a nigga to look at you. You shouldn't be wearing that shit out here like that. Didn't your mama tell you that as an older or the grown woman? What are you doing wearing that going outside? You tell my big sister all the time why she wearing that little shit.
My mama
So,
don't care.
okay, so men should be able to look wherever they want to look. Yeah. I
I
don't
wear
gotta
mama
touch you.
clothes,
You
my
ain't that
mama wear my
important. What the
clothes.
why they think they that important where a nigga gotta be all over them like that?
Cause it happens.
I
like,
gotta
do
be.
you,
I'm just saying.
What?
I'm saying.
What? Like,
I'm saying
there's niggas
you
that be
said
on
something
that.
about you said
get
something about
groped,
Instagram
touched,
about them shaking
all
their
that.
ass on Instagram.
That's because you watching all the man's videos.
No, that's just coming across the
Exactly.
timeline.
It's your
Oh.
timeline. That ain't on my
Oh
timeline.
my God, man,
That's what you like.
that's on whoever feed that's your friend, right?
I can
Yeah.
pull
Ain't that how
out my
that
phone
work?
right
Yeah.
So how
now.
am
You ain't
I-
gonna see
how
no
am I-
ass on my
how am I-
They
timeline.
want you.
How am I going to search this shit
They
and
want
pull
you
it
to
up?
mute everybody that shows some ass.
Yeah, this the people who view.
'Cause you like
if you
the
got
video,
friends on Instagram, you
so
watch what's on their
20
story,
more
right?
ass shaking
Ain't
videos
that how
gonna
it work?
pop up on your feed.
Ain't that how it work?
You watch your boo-boo ass shaking videos, gonna get more
I'm just saying though, ain't that how it work? If you friends with people that post stuff on their stories, you gonna see their stuff.
Unfriend them.
Huh?
Why he don't want to? Why would he want to see it though?
Hell,
He
you
a
don't wanna
man.
see it.
I mean,
You
what y'all?
can't complain. You can't complain.
Y'all think that's ruining relationships?
Oh, man, so now something
Hold on,
wrong
hold on,
with
hold on.
that.
yourself.
Insecurity.
So look.
is
You
gotta
one
know
of
yourself.
those relationships.
So look, hold on,
Don't be
y'all.
tacky
Hold
with
on. Let me land on this. D Savage, ask that question one more time.
I said, do y'all think that's ruining relationships?
You have to know yourself and don't be tacky with it. So if you know you a husband, don't be googly eyed under every big booty picture. But at the same time, if you as a man and you are in a committed relationship,
Your husband DM
and you
them.
know that if you watch 20 ass shaking videos a day, that's gonna tempt you.
I feel like that's
don't set yourself
desensitizing
up
people.
for failure.
Desensitizing people.
I agree. I feel like it is detrimental for the mentality of men as well as porn.
Yeah, porn.
I do feel like that's not. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, in today's society, don't you feel like it's a little bit too late? Like Instagram, TikTok. I mean,
I think we
Instagram
are
models,
overexposed.
Instagram baddies, TikTok dancers.
It's the industry, so
OnlyFans.
it makes money. I do feel like we are overexposed, but I feel like we have the power to change that if we really want
If it
to.
ain't Bitcoin or some fucking forex exchange shit DMing you, or some bitches trying to sell some fucking videos. Like, really? Get the fuck out my DM. Sending me.
That's your social
I'm just
media.
saying, this is social media, period. You a woman,
it's
so of course
not.
you ain't gonna have that. I'm a man. You talking from a black man. I'm talking about what I've been experiencing. I don't go looking for that
Let's
shit.
take a shot every time
That
you
shit
say
just
black
come
man.
across my
Unfollow.
timeline on my
block
page.
every
Or go to my DM.
block every account. Block every account. You know what? Delete
I
your
mean, you got to
account. Make a
understand
new
this
one.
too. Y'all saying it's the algorithm, but you got to base it off the kind of page he got. He's a music artist. You know what I'm saying? He makes songs called "Where the Cash At."
Okay,
So
then
when he
you
got
can't
songs like
complain.
that, there's
Then
gonna
you
be.
can't complain. Then you
Yeah,
can't
but I'm just saying,
complain.
this is what we got going on. I ain't saying
Yeah.
nothing wrong with it. That's how they
If-
do it.
if
Ain't like,
it really
it's only
bothers
wrong
you,
if I
change your
entertain
Hey,
it
look.
and I try to
Hey Zach, I'm
pay
gonna keep
somebody
it
to
G.
send me a
I'm
video.
gonna go ahead and say this. I want my timeline to look like that. I don't want to see no niggas on my page.
Thank you.
I don't
Admit
want to
that.
see.
Yeah, that's what I'm on. Like, so
I don't want to see that.
That's what I'm
Like
saying. I ain't saying
in
nothing.
today's
I'm
world,
not
like, you
saying
think
like
that's a
I'm-
problem? Like, for
I'm
your
not-
man Instagram to look like that if it
No,
was your man?
she was saying something
Or if
about,
it was your
I'm saying
man.
My
about
only
all the
problem
ass
with
that
the
the women
Instagram
are
is,
promoting.
like-
I get what you're
How
saying.
women are presenting themselves is was the point I'm
Like,
trying to
ever
make.
just
You dig what I'm saying?
for once.
How the women are promoting their sexuality as far as shaking ass. That's all we see from the women. So how could you have a fond respect
You
as far as
cannot
a
find an
woman
ass-shaking video
when you
of
tell
me
me
on the
you
internet.
don't respect black man because you think black man is going to abuse you or do something to you? You already told me that.
What about the black
Then you
women
say,
though that likes that kind of stuff as well?
well, they doing it
They're
for the women as
supporting
well.
it. Most because black women supporting it.
Hey, hold on, y'all. I don't like how all these women been trying to do some therapy with Zag up here. Like something wrong with
but
Zag.
because
Therapy. That's okay.
I just
No.
want to say this. It's the genre of women that you're looking at. Because we, on the other hand, on the flip side of that coin, you have black women are the most educated by race and gender in the whole world, right? So you have a whole sector of educated black women like myself that don't show themselves on
Okay.
Instagram.
Right.
So because of the genre that you are in as an artist, that's what you're going to attract on your social media.
Right,
So they have a
yeah.
whole nother side of social media that don't involve that. You get what
They
I'm
do.
saying?
I hear what
So
you're
that's
saying.
the only thing. You have two sides.
But we just talking about. I'm not speaking as far as what side of the Instagram. I'm just talking about women and how they presenting themselves today. You know
As
what
I
I'm
a
saying?
couldn't be with no
As a-
woman. I couldn't
it's-
be with no OnlyFans
Yeah,
woman.
I understand
up
that
to
part.
men.
I
Let me-
understand
let
that
me
part.
tell
I
y'all.
understand. We
Let me-
definitely have black militant women that just be on some black power shit, really care about their kings. I got that feed on my timeline too, but they're very few and a little. That's on there. You don't have, yeah, and you definitely wouldn't hear a woman speaking like they were just speaking, saying about their black kings if she really a queen. And when I was saying to try to get to know what they were just
What'd I
saying
say?
about having
What
my
we
hand
say?
out
What we say?
or doing them.
What we say?
I didn't say that. I said
You said you won't hear black women speaking.
I said you have real queens on there. You have real queens that pour into
Said
their
they-
kings. So if you're not pouring into your king, how do you consider yourself a
They
queen?
may not have a king. They may be single.
These ladies not. I'm talking about on social media. We talking about social media. I'm not the lady when a woman
It's
talking to me.
different
She talking to me as
classes.
a king. I'm not her king. I'm not her man. But she's speaking to me. But she's speaking to me.
But you talking to low quality
So
females.
no, we talking about women that's pouring into kings, giving that information back to kings, uplifting black men. What do you
wanna-
miss? What are you missing? Because
You
right
wanna-
now you're
you
trying to
want a
involve
yes
it as far as a
man or something.
relationship.
You want a yes man.
You dig what I'm
like,
saying?
You don't.
You can't be involved in a relationship. I'm
Like-
speaking in general. as far as the king, as a black man. And a queen like this woman, I could pull up some shit on my page right now that some of them, they need to listen to her. Because she speaks about the respect, how women is quick to jump and get an attitude if you having a conversation with this woman and she jump masculine like she a nigga. I'm talking about her voice pitch go up and get to yelling and screaming. So where the respect as a man? What she's saying, you got to control your tongue. You got to control your emotions. When you getting at a real man like you a fucking nigga. And then you talking to me like with a disrespect in a tone of a nigga, like you a nigga. How do you expect a real man to respond to that?
You gonna still see me as a female
then.
even if I'm yelling at you.
Don't be talking to me with no disrespect
that's what
like
a real
you a
man
nigga.
is. You gonna be able to.
You feel what I'm
control
saying? That's
yourself.
what I'm saying.
But the scenario would be the scenario warrant. You get what I mean? Like, why y'all arguing?
They getting their feelings. Women get emotional.
What did you do to her?
Women
What
are
did you do to
emotional
her?
creatures.
What
You
did you
It could
do?
be over
Expect
what we
us
gonna
to
eat
not
at
be
today. I done had some of the
emotional.
stupidest arguments over stupid
You
shit.
are also very emotional. Do you know
I'm
that?
not. I'm passionate,
you're not
baby.
crying.
It's a difference
Don't
between.
mean
It's a
nothing.
difference between emotion and passion. Yo,
It's really
I'm
the
passionate
same
about what I
thing.
speak. I'm passionate about what
Passionate
I talk.
is an
By
emotion. You're passionate.
I
That's
like
an
I like my
emotion.
relationships like with minimal arguments.
Yeah, let's.
don't like
let's-
to argue.
let's talk
What's your
this.
ideal woman? What do you
know
want in a woman, in a wife? Well, list off some traits.
No, I don't want
characteristics.
no totally submissive nothing. So now you being judgmental and you judging.
mean,
me.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
exactly.
Some people like a little argument.
Hold
in
on,
their
hold on, y'all.
relationship.
Hold on. We gonna get some order in here. So look, she asked a good question, and I'm gonna have the dudes
What
answer
I'm
that
looking
question.
for in a woman.
Yeah.
First thing I'm looking for is a woman, a strong-minded woman, first that can think outside of the box and not take everything like you talking to them to either, you know, if you can't get it, if your mind can't be open and you can't think outside of the box, then you will never catch what
Before
I'm
you
saying.
get too deep on that, real quick,
Right.
you said strong-minded.
Strong-minded.
Are you still gonna like that if she's strong-minded against what you're liking?
Look, she don't have to be. I don't want a woman to agree with everything I say.
Yeah.
That's not my woman. If she agreed to everything I say, I want a woman that can build with me. A relationship works where we sit here and we have a talk with no high attitudes and no yelling voices and shit like that. We're going to talk about it. Like when I say, okay, well, what's the situation? Because see, I'm a very caring person where I'm a considerate person. That's the thing. If you don't have proper consideration for the next, then we
Like
can't never.
empathy and sympathy?
Yeah, no, well, just
okay.
consideration. Like where you just worried about yourself. If you're a selfish person, you just consider self, then we'll never work. As for so I need a woman, first of all, with consideration. You dig what I'm saying? For me and her. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, where don't draw me into no situations where you feel, you know what I'm saying? Don't draw me into no situations where you ain't looking out for my best interest at the same time.
Yeah.
And I would never do that to you.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? So when I deal with a woman, I deal with a woman on basis. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care about your past relationships. I don't want you bringing your luggage from your past relationships into this relationship or trying to condemn me or look at me or assume that I'm doing anything that your ex was doing to you. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And a
that's
lot of
fair.
women, and
That-
a lot
yeah,
of women,
that's fair.
have that problem, though. You know what I'm saying? And then as a man, I got to deal with that and try to correct that
Yeah.
for her, just for she can feel better. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. So what I would love for, first to have a beautiful understanding with this woman here, where I know about your past issues or some things that just offended you, what rubbed you the wrong way.
To avoid it and stuff like
Yeah,
that. Right?
so I won't even have to cross those lines. I don't even want to cross that line to even be able to make you feel the way you felt before that you didn't like. I want to know, okay, so I don't care about everything else. I just care about your feelings, how you felt about this situation, how you felt, okay, as I say, and if you're understanding enough to say, hey, I just left the club with you, it's 2 a.m, but I'm going to go fuck with Joe over here at the hookah lounge. My dog just called me. Do you respect me enough to say, all right, go ahead and go? Or you try to get in my business and dictate what I do and how I move as far as my business? When I know, I don't got to explain to you when I get over here with Joe what me and Joe going to talk about. You dig what I'm saying? I don't got to say, like, we got a play on the table already over here at the hookah lounge. Me and Joe know this. And when you looking forward to me pulling up. And when I pull up, we're going to handle a situation. We're going to discuss some business. But I don't got to explain that to my significant other, what I'm going to do as far as that. That's being a man. And I think women have a problem with trying to cross over in that and be all in your business and not letting you.
I don't think
be
it's
a
they
man.
want to be in your business. I think it's like they just want to be like in the loop. Cause what if you go handle your
Security,
business,
yeah.
be with Joe and y'all play or whatever, and yeah, that looks sketchy. You know what I'm saying?
I
like
mean,
if
we
she,
outside.
but like hold on, she went with her homegirl. Like, oh, me and Tiffany
We
finna go
outside.
to the hookah lounge 2 a.m. You
How
gonna be
many
like,
cars you see at the
what
hookah
the fuck
lounge
is y'all
after 2
doing?
o'clock in the morning?
See what I mean
Motherfuckers
right
don't even
there?
pull up.
First of all, y'all gotta have trust. So
Yeah, so that
my woman should be able to trust me wherever I say I'm going, no
Right.
matter what. Like I'm
See,
about
that's
to go.
the thing.
So you
I'm about to
wanna-
go
Because
to
the first
fucking.
thing a
woman that
woman
can
gonna
trust
think
So
you.
let
about
me
is another
so,
female.
Hold on, Zach. So let me ask this. So ladies, do y'all trust him when he says he's gonna go do that?
It depends
What,
on.
you know, but I say it depends on the relationship. If you've already like shown to me that you've lied to before or I've caught you in something, I'm never gonna trust you again. Never.
So let me ask
Simple
you
as
this.
that.
If you never
Just
can
like
trust
how
a
you
man
would never
again,
trust me again.
Do you think you should just go ahead and end the relationship
Yes,
then?
100%.
You
Because
Well, that shit would be-
First of
that's
all,
because
I'm
if
not
you
gonna be in a relationship
Yeah.
with a man that I can't trust. So if you say
I
you
would,
go
I
do
would,
what you
I would
gonna
love
do,
for you to put that right on the table from the beginning because I'm gonna say go your way and I go mine.
if you
Yeah.
can't forgive
You know
and
what I'm saying?
forget, like you're gonna keep bringing it up.
so
you
why is
might
it
as
a-
well call it
so-
quits.
So look,
No, it
let's
ain't
go
about
back.
that. I just don't want to deal with that toxicness. That's a toxicness because you have your own insecurities. And once a woman become insecure, let me tell you something.
think it's about
Hey, Joe, I'm
honesty
gonna
and
tell you some real
respect.
shit. And this, I'm gonna say something I witnessed last night, fucking with my brother-in-law now. Let me just tell you this story, 'cause it was real crazy. And this is because of the woman. Let me tell you about this woman. What happened? A whole fight between two friends. I'm chilling with my bro Sam and my homie Slugger. We in there, they running me some beats. I'm in there freestyling. This girl keep calling, the girlfriend of Slugger keep calling. We in the house, he like, man, I got another beat for you. It's some Pac type beats too. I'm spazzing on them bitches. He like, ooh, that nigga going crazy. The girl called, keep stopping because his phone hooked up to the Bluetooth, right?
Yeah.
So here it is. She end up saying, well, all right, I'm on my way over there. She come. She knock on the door, she come in, boom. The friend come in, boom. So, you know, we looking, we like, damn. She done came in, the little red one was kind of turned. She a type of woman that like to talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? Get involved in everybody's business. She got she got something to say about everything. So this is what the girl is doing. So the girlfriend of Slugger, she just standing there quiet. And Slugger like, man, get your friend. He really joking, you know what I'm saying, with her, but she really is kind of turned because she fucking up our vibe. We trying to put the instrumental back on so I can go back and spaz on this beat again, right? So anyway, make a long story short, the friend and the girl, they friends. They done went out, they came back from wherever they had went last night. They went outside, dog. When they come back in, his girl told the friend, I don't like what's going on with y'all two. Y'all motherfuckers eyeing each other and da-da-da-da-da. We all like, what? You know what I'm saying? She's like, yeah, because y'all acting too all right with each other and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what she told her friend. So the friend girl,